Hi there once again. I'll be making some coconut buns with real coconut. The coconut that you get from the tree. One of these guys here. But this is what the coconut looks like. This is before it's shredded and you get the flesh out of it. I will use this cleaver, the back of this cleaver, to crack it open. I just hit it 2 or 3 times and it's going to crack open. There is the liquid inside, the juice or the coconut water that's in there. So you be sure you do it over a bowl or something so that that water could drip in that bowl, because it's a tasty treat. So I'll crack this open and I'll be back. Now that it's cracked open and the water, this is the flesh. In order to get the flesh out, we'll get a sharp knife, do some scores in between there, and then we'll just dig it out. I'll show you the process. So in order for us to get the flesh out, you take a nice sharp knife and make some scores. Just go down as deep as you could until you reach the shell. See? And once you get the first piece out, you just go under the skin and you get the first piece out. The others are pretty easy to get out. So you just need to get, let's say this is the first piece here. Just get under there. And rise it up. There you go. Then after that, the other pieces are pretty easy to get out. And so you'll take it, and then eventually the whole thing comes out in one big piece. Since I'll be using my mini chopper, my mini food processor, I had cut them up into some manageable pieces so that the chopper can, just to help the chopper along, help the food processor along. So we're going to just put these in there and have them chopped to the consistency that I need for the buns. Cut them in really small pieces so as to help your food processor along. Since it's not a huge, powerful machine. It's chopped nice and fine, and it's ready to be incorporated into the buns mixture. So we're making some coconut buns. So let's get our other ingredients together and we'll go full speed ahead. So the other ingredients needed: 4 cups of all-purpose flour, which we put in this bowl, sift. 2, and 4. And to this we'll add 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 cup of sugar, if you like raisins, you can put raisins in here also. 1 cup of granulated sugar, depending on how sweet you want it. Two teaspoons of baking powder. Let's get some nutmeg in there. I'm a nutmeg lover. So we also need to add 1 cup of butter, and we'll add that to the flour because we're gonna mix this into the flour. That's a 1/2 cup. I'm cutting it up in cubes because it'll make it easier to mix into the flour. I'm going to use a pastry cutter so that I can get it mixed in there, and when it's finished mixing it should look like coarse peas with breadcrumbs. And we go in with the pastry cutter. This will take a few minutes. Once you get that done, I'll be back. So once you've mixed the butter into the flour, this is what you want to see. It's like coarse breadcrumbs. You know the butter is well mixed into the flour. And that is what you need. And you use this, this is a wonderful tool to do that. Once we have that in there, we now put our coconut. Now, it's calling for 2 cups of coconut. A little bit in there. We'll stick with 2 cups of coconut, so I have like maybe a 1/2 cup left here. And we'll just want to get this all mixed in. Let's use the same tool. Get it all mixed into the flour, coconut mixed into the flour. Let's look. I have to get a strong spatula. A wooden spoon would do. Get it well mixed in there. Then if you want to put some cherries in there, you can just you can add some. I'm going to add some green and red cherries in there. So I'm going to just cut them in half, and then I'll put them in there. Then before we put our eggs in there and start the whole mixture. I mixed in a few cherries in there. Let's get our eggs in there. 4 eggs, some vanilla, 4 eggs and some vanilla, and we'll see if that liquid is enough. Because the batter is usually pretty stiff. Have to give it a good mix here. Just make sure that there are no raw flour. There's no raw flour, no lumps of raw flour. So here's the consistency we're looking for. Just to make sure that there are no pockets of raw flour. And now we'll decide, we'll go ahead and drop our buns, our coconut buns. I'm going to drop them onto the prepared pan and into the oven, 350 for 20 minutes. So I'm dropping my my coconut buns. So I'm using an ice cream scoop. This scoop gives me a pretty good size. And the release is pretty easy, so that's a good thing. So go ahead, finish the rest, and I'll be back. Oven is ready at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And we're going to put it in there 20 minutes or until a toothpick comes out clean from the bun. So let's go ahead and get it in the oven.